Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Saad and you're watching the Football Corner. Let's get into the match reaction of Arsenal versus Monaco. 1-1, one on penalties. Let's get into it. Firstly, if you're new, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Let me know down below what your thoughts were on the game, and let's get into this game match reaction. Let's just analyze the game real quick and just point out a few things. So starting off with the first thing that I have to bring to your attention, Fabio Vieira, man. This guy, I felt like it couldn't get any more worse, and then that was the worst game that I've ever seen from him. The absolute worst game I've ever seen from him. And I've heard some rivals say that he had a decent game, or he wasn't that bad, and I start to look at it, I'm like, is it something that me and the rest of the Arsenal, because I know it wasn't just me, a load of Arsenal fans also thought the same thing, constantly getting out-muscled on and off the ball, can't keep composed and just do a simple pass, just when we're doing a play where there's passes going on and it comes to him, he passes it off, or he kind of flops the pass. It's just anything that goes through him seems to fail. And then for me, he'll fail, he'll keep failing, and when you absolutely feel like you're about to lose hope with the guy, he'll randomly come out like he did against Barcelona and he'll score a decent goal, but it's like he's trying to keep you on his side. Like, I'll be so real, man. Listen, Fabio Vieira is just not a good player, not the standard that should be playing at Arsenal, and I'm hoping that we can see possibly a loan from him or something like that, because I feel like he won't be that player. I know it's just pre-season, but this isn't just about pre-season. We've seen what he does. We've seen how he plays in multiple positions. Yesterday he was playing the right wing as well. So you have to understand that Arteta is trying. He's trying to get this guy. Let me play him in different positions. Let me see, does he work here? Can he work on the right wing? Can he work in that left 8 spot? No. Can he work on the right wing? No. Can he work in the cam spot when Martin Odegaard isn't there? No. So what can this guy do? Where can he play? That's the question I have for you guys, man. Just make sure to answer it down below. Let me know what your thoughts were on his performance, because I'll tell you right now, it was not a good performance from him, unfortunately. Now, moving on to a bit more of a bright spark. Listen, any match reaction that I'm doing, anything that I'm recording, anything that I'm saying about this team, Jurrien Timber, listen, I'll be so real with you guys. He's just too good. He is just too good. This game especially, the way he transitioned between positions, he was playing on the left at the start for 30 minutes. Then he moved and played the rest of the half on the right hand side as a right back. Then for the second half, he came back out and played back on the left. So, and you have to understand, yeah, obviously he's coming into these positions, he's playing them at a very high level, he's playing them very well. So he can literally play on the right as a right back and as a left back. And I'm so excited to see what he can do this season, because I feel like he's going to be such a bright spark in that defense. He could be such a creative player. Even when I see him on the ball, he's so calm, so cool, so collected. He knows what he's doing. He can handle pressure. Other players can't. But for him, he looks like he's been here, done it, worn the t-shirt, knows what's expected of him by the fans, and he continues to put up such high performances, man. Listen, Jurrien Timber, listen, I speak to every single Arsenal fan when I tell you we are so lucky to have him. And for how much we got him for, it was a steal. because this guy should be worth at least 70 million. He's a top draw fullback, Now, Martinelli had a decent game. The first goals, let's get into the goals. So the first goal, which was scored by Monaco. So firstly, the goal scorer, Fofana, I feel like he looked very good in the game. Very good in that midfield. And yeah, he had a decent game for them. But never mind that. He scored the goal. So breaking down the goal, Martinelli gets done on that right side. Listen, he's not a defender, but I expect him to do a bit better when he's approached with that kind of position again, where he's put in that position where he's one-on-one with a player and trying to get the ball back and defending. Like, obviously, listen, he is an attacker, but every player has to pull their weight in a team. So when it comes to you being one-on-one with a player, I expect you to be able to at least try and make it hard for the player, if not dispossess the player, get the ball off of him. But listen, it looked a bit like he got past and he didn't even try to recover from that. But listen, he's done enough for me to, one mistake, I'm not really going to crucify the guy, I'll be real. But other than that, it was crossed in and Fofana was there to head the ball in. It went top bins. It was moving at such pace, the ball anyway. So Ramsdale, not a lot he can do. He was on the left side of his goal, obviously the attacker's right side. And yeah, so he was more looking at his near post, but it went obviously to the far post. And yeah, it was an unfortunate goal. They did play well for most of the game, and then it came to our goal, which made it 1-1 equaliser, which was firstly Martinelli. I feel like his corners are so good, so accurate. He manages to always find somebody in the box, and this time he finds none other than Eddie Nketiah, who is at the back post, waiting, gets his goal. And it was a good game from Eddie Nketiah, but let's not get too excited, because I've seen Eddie Nketiah before have good games. He has 4 or 5 good games, and then all of a sudden he drops, and then it ends up stinker after stinker after stinker. So let's wait and see what happens. But yeah, it was a decent game. The link-up play with him and Emil Smith-Rowe in that midfield, very good. Declan Rice, another one. I feel like he's still adjusting. Looked a bit shaky, but he's still. I think we have to understand, and we have to give him his time. Listen, he's coming into that position now where he's got to be more forward going, more attacking, trying to find the attacking positions that he can be in. I saw him doing a few 1-2s, getting in behind. I think he squared one for Eddie Nketiah, who was not in the right position at the time to take away anything from the opportunity that was put on the plate for him. But yeah, it was put in the right position, he just wasn't there. But other than that, listen, I'll be real, it was a pre-season game, so we're just trying to learn. Arteta's playing them in different positions, trying to see what works and what doesn't. And yeah, listen, if I'm looking at it now, I'm thinking we're looking at that game on Sunday against Man City, the Charity Shield, Community Shield, whatever it's called nowadays. We're looking at that game. That's probably going to be the game where we see our full strength squad, our first competitive game. Obviously, it's just a Charity Shield, a Community Shield kind of game, but it's a competitive game because you're coming up against a really good opponent in Man City, and hopefully we can capitalize off of them getting rid of players. We will have our not our full squad, and I'll get into that in a second because that's very worrying. But yeah, we'll have most of our squad. Minor issues there in regards to a few players missing, but yeah, we have nearly our full squad, and yeah, I think we can really give him a good game if we play our full first squad. Yeah, I think we can give him a good game. Now, getting into the injury, Gabriel Jesus. I had to wait for a bit. I couldn't do a match reaction straight away because I needed to see what happened with this injury so we can talk about it on today's video. So it looks like there was pain that was caused, which could and I believe they did a small procedure which should ease the pain, and for him to not have pain anymore in his knee. It was just they're calling it the cleanup after the main operation which he had, and he had a small procedure done. Now this looks like he's going to be, well, from what I'm hearing, it could be 6 weeks. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'll be real, but Gabriel Jesus missing from that front line, that is a massive miss, because we see him in countless amounts of games this preseason. We've seen we need him in the squad. We need him in the squad because him not being there, it takes away a lot from the game. It takes away a lot from our attacking side. You know, he's so integral, and he's such an integral part of that attack, connecting Saka and Martinelli, being the one that helps with the build-up play, as well as helping with the press. So I'll be real, it's not good news for Gabriel Jesus. I hope that it's not as worrying as we think, and we can go into the Man City game with a different plan, maybe starting, obviously I think we might have to start Nketiah up front. If not, we could start Trossard up front, the position that he was playing where he was playing before, you know, in the game against Fulham and that other game. But yeah, listen, I think Trossard can do very good in that striker position as well. But let's see what happens in that game. Now, the penalty shootout is the last thing we're just gonna have a quick talk about. Firstly, Ramsdale saves a penalty finally. Yeah, I'm just, listen, with Raya coming in, this is gonna be the time where we really see what's going to happen with Ramsdale. Is he going to step up his game massively to improve, to make sure he stays that number one? Because listen, it's going to be competition between them two. They're going to be fighting for that number one spot. They're going to be fighting for that number one keeper spot. And it looks like David Raya is going to be hopefully finalised within the coming week or two. So we will see what happens with that, but it looks like that will be finalised. But yeah, it looks like he's fighting for his spot, trying to fight, trying to do what he can. Still makes some mistakes, but yeah, listen, it's gonna happen. But other than that, yeah, the penalty shootout, we won it 6-5. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Like I said before, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on this game. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I make a video. Let me know what your thoughts are on Declan Rice's performance as well, and Fabio Vieira, the stinkiest performance I've ever seen from him. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a few people saying the exact same as what I have said about Fabio Vieira today, given how bad the performance was. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Make sure to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you later, guys. Come on, you Gunners. I love you all. Bye.